So before getting into the Premalu discourse or analysis or appreciation, we will introduce ourselves.
So I'm Alphonse Putran
And I am his thinking career.
and we are gonna talk about Premalu.
Premalu now. So we'll give you the context first. What is Premalu? So it's a breezy rom-com, new age rom-com, like Gen Z rom-com to say, right?
Yeah.
Gen Z rom-com? Yeah, Gen Z rom-com. Directed by Girish AD, whose previous works are Super Sharanya and Tannir Matan Dinanga. And both are brilliant movies and I love them both.
I haven't watched the previous flicks.
Yeah, they are. You all should watch. If you like Premalu, you should definitely watch both the films.
There was Vineet Srinivasan one.
Yeah, Tannir Matan Dinanga has Vineet Srinivasan in it, and it's a brilliant movie. So Premalu is a breezy rom-com about a unemployed individual just like me, and a very stern and ambitious girl called Reenu.
Stern. But then I would consider this one in the coming of age section.
Yeah, a bit of coming.
Yeah, so
all his movies, by the way, Girish AD's previous works are also coming of age, and it's like the first movie he did, Tannir Matan Dinagal, was about school life. Then comes the part Super Sharanya, where they explore college life, and this one after college life. Like Premalu is like after college life, they explore that.
Yeah.
And I think next he is going to explore marriage. I think we can easily predict that.
So this Premalu I entered thinking that it would be just another rom-com.
I think we should set it up well. Like whole movie.
You want to talk about the whole synopsis first?
Yeah, that's better. No?
It's still running in the theater, so it's not fair to tell about the synopsis.
It's coming out on.
It's coming of age, yeah.
It's coming out on April 12th.
Yeah.
On Hotstar, and I think by that time we
Our
will try to upload, I guess. So it's about that, like how they fall in love, being different. Like both are different personalities, but then they end up falling in love with each other. That's it.
Well,
that's a good.
Decent, yeah.
It's set in
that's every other rom-com though, but then okay.
But it's the new thing was that it's set in, though it's a Malayalam movie.
It is set in Hyderabad, which was one of the selling point for me. Like,
yeah,
I went to watch it for that.
The city quite well, but they could have done a bit more. But yeah.
Like, I mean, they did a good job. I have no complaints with it. It's just you now nitpicking. But then before everything else, I would like to point out of the scene wherein she throws the can and the person who picks it up will be the one she'll be dating. So can you remember any film that does the same trope?
Hardly any.
A Telugu, Tamil film?
Now you're putting me on spot.
So there's this Ram Potineni and Tamanna film. Endukante
Premam, right?
It's a very, what you say? Niche, very niche
and very worst.
Hey, it's a good. ऐसा क्या बोल रहा है?
I mean,
not
rehash कर दिया गुणशेखर और कुछ नहीं.
Where गुणशेखर नहीं था, करुणाकरन था.
Oh right, करुणाकरन.
I watched that film and then when I came back, I was like, कहाँ तो देखा है मैंने? And then I was like, oh. But then coming back to the film, so the film was a very good romance, man. मतलब, I enjoyed it completely. I walked in with I had a very cynical mind. Going in ki this would be just another rom-com wherein there would be male gaze like Premam. The guy is going through different things. The girl's side won't be shown. And it was that.
It was that. There was no like.
But then the
groundbreaking.
But then girl ka part tha अच्छा खासा इसमें.
See, if we are going there, then I have a thing to talk about. Okay. So even I went in like I expected a normal like age-old Malayalam movie. Like we thought like the jokes wouldn't land, but we were hearing a lot of good review, like a lot of good stuff. So we went in.
Hey, I went in before hearing the good stuff. I watched the trailer. I was like, the trailer is crazy. The girl is looking good.
Yeah, so he hooked me on to the trailer, and I watched the trailer. And the trailer felt fresh, like it was something new. I was expecting, like I'll leave the theater with a laugh.
So I watched the trailer. I was like, Hyderabad is there. Love story is there, and I was like, and this is just out of college, berozgar people, like jobless people. I was like, fine, let's do this.
We were talking about the female characterization, right? So we are shown that she's quite like she's level-headed person,
Mm-hmm.
very opinionated,
Pragmatic,
very
practical type,
ambitious,
yeah.
pragmatic and practical, yeah, all that good stuff, right?
Yet she falls for the silly guy.
Yet, as the third act starts, we kind of like see her downfall. Like downfall, I mean, like downfall. Nahi, I don't know. For the lack of better word, I'm saying a downfall. But then the characterization just leaves the room, and it's the same trope. Then, like, yeah, it's a rom-com. The girl has to fall for the boy. Here you go. That's it. And it's gaslighting. Yeah, gaslighting. The guy gaslights her to to make her fall in love with him. Girish AD falters there, though he has a really good woman empowering movie called Super Sharanya, which is about the woman. But then somewhere this felt quite surface, like caricaturish. The way she is presented as a ambitious person, and then suddenly she falls for that unemployed guy with no ambition, with zero ambition and zero like sensibility of like how to live and yeah, all that. So that felt quite you could have worked on that.
So
Girish AD, we're talking to you.
I'm asking you this question ki, is it fair to matlab introspect on films, like go this hard on films ki, because we know other films as well, the commercial side of the films wherein these things are there, like this much, what you say,
okay, so I'll agree on
female character exploitation is there in films, but then we don't go this deep.
Those are commercial movies, right?
Even this is a commercial movie.
Yeah. So okay, so I'll clear it out. Though it's not that bad of a representation, but there is a there is a problem, right, with that characterization. So
I would say ki,
I mean, I'll point out if I felt something is off, then I'll point it out. Obviously, that's what criticism is about.
I would say this comes to us because we know this film, this character wasn't hopeless. So there are movies wherein the female character representation is hopeless. You can't do anything good. So here only a little bit tweaking would have done the character justice. So that's why we are so hell bent on explaining it. I feel that way.
That I have to agree. It's a minor thing, but then but also if there's a female who's watching the movie, who can think or like, wow, that's
गलत आएगा तो जा रहा है ब्रो, कट नहीं हो रहा है ये तो zoom होके आएगा तेरे पे.
Shit. I mean, if a female guy, if like a woman is watching a movie, they might think, right, like, wow, there's a sudden drastic change for that character, like for Reenu character, who was
these things are plot convenience. Like there's no lying about it.
We might be like, you might feel like we didn't like the movie, but we loved the movie.
Crazy tha. We wanted to watch it again, but then there were other films and then we were broke. That was the reason.
That was the only reason. And we were waiting for the OTT release so that we can watch it again.
Yeah.
Because the jokes, we felt like jokes might not like get might
translate in subtitles,
like
it would be lost in translation, but then they landed pretty well.
Yeah, the jokes were hilarious, and though there's some slapstick, but it's clever slapstick comedy. And
you were going to mention about the Hridayam gag.
Oh yeah, so there are so the whole movie is like meme references. Like there are meme references and kind of digs at certain popular movies. So at the start there's a dig at Hridayam, which is a popular rom-com released in 2022, directed by Vinod Srinivasan, right? Yeah, all should watch that as well. But yeah, there's a dig at that, like there's a motivational speech. That guy in Hridayam, like there's a secret tunnel, there's a magic tunnel or something. They have got the key, let's go to the secret tunnel. So there's a gag right there and it's quite clever. And
the title was must girta hai, and so Premalu mein he's puking.
Yeah, he's puking and then that's Premalu. Yeah, that's a foreshadowing of how he gets nervous.
Whenever he pukes whenever he gets nervous.
Right.
Whenever he's drunk and he gets nervous.
No, he pukes when he has to confront a woman. That's the problem.
He does that in the intermission dance scene in the club.
No, he passes out.
He passes out.
And that's that's a clever dig at Arjun Reddy.
हाँ बराबर the same camera thing.
Girish AD did a spoof
हाँ.
in Super Sharanya as well, a spoof of Arjun Reddy character
Yeah.
called Ajit. Ajit. That character is called Ajit, and he did a clever spoof. Like throughout the movie, that guy is in that Arjun Reddy character, and we see that bottle shake. So in Super Sharanya, the female lead is an engineering student, right? And in Arjun Reddy, they are medical students.
बराबर.
So before the lecture starts, so he takes the girl out, Anaswara Rajan, the Sharanya, who the main titular character.
सिखाने को.
So he takes her out to like explain her stuff. But the thing is, she is electrical and he's a mechanical. So he tries to draw all the mechanic parts there, and she says, "Cheta, I'm electrical." And that's a clever gag, man. I really love that. And Girish AD shines in those parts, like the small bits.
Like he has a very detailed detailed instances in the story about what happens in college life and school life. Like I think he has done that really well.
Yeah, he aces it. I mean, the writing's on point there, like where the whenever there's a mention of colleges and whenever there's the mention of like friends and everything.
Like the instances are very detailed.
Also,
like
the good thing about it was they didn't over intellectualize the friendship part. Like they took it on the very base level. Like
in Premalu.
Yeah, like
this was one of the films wherein the main character was the butt of the joke in most of the jokes.
Right.
By Amal
and
Davis.
Also even Amal Davis' character, who is like, I mean, if you watch Telugu movies, he'd be the quintessential side character. But then he's given the equal weightage here. Like throughout the movie, he also has a certain love interest part. Like
he has one, and then
the girl comes on and says, "Look, Amal Davis, I have already."
He has the waiter. See, no one cares.
And that's a meme reference as well.
Yeah,
that's a meme reference from Jurassic Park. There are a lot of references, and we'll talk about that slowly. So one thing I'll say, that the music was, I mean, it's not like path breaking or anything, but the music is quite fresh, man. Like after the movie, you will take those like background, grooves, like background music, and also the songs. They are quite picturized well. Like the whole Hyderabad sequence was beautifully shot.
Why these songs stay with you is these are very in context with the films. Most of the songs. So what is happening in the scene? So the song is written on that. Or as the converse has been done, wherein the song was written and scenes were written on that. Either ways, but then that was done really well. And also all the songs were very EDM and progressive house kind of, like the very this generation, this and last generation.
Get into the
but then those were very peppy. That's why.
Yeah, they were like trendy. I mean, it felt like 2024. Yeah, this is the music that picture like engulfs 2024. Yeah, that felt quite fresh, and it's by Vishnu Vishal or Vishnu Vijay. Vishnu
Sagar.
I'm sorry. See, we are very ill prepared as usual. And
but then Rajmouli pointed that out. He was asking who is the sound designer of this film.
Oh yeah, right.
And then he told ki he did the sound design really well because the film didn't feel chaotic at any part. Although the scenes were chaotic, like there was a lot of chaos happening.
Yeah, there's a lot of chaos.
So
like there's no breathing space for us as well, right?
So I think that's why we liked the film, because all the scenes were happening like one after the other. So we didn't have any part wherein like we got bored or anything.
Yeah,
like
also
everything was crazy.
It didn't feel like a 2.5 hour movie. It felt like a breeze. Like I wanted even more. Like I could have watched even if it
20 minutes
like
extra.
30 minutes extra. We would have easily accepted it. So since the whole set in Hyderabad, they did that Chal
Mere Saathi,
happy movie. Yep. So since Allu Arjun is quite famous in
Malayalam industry. Mallu Arjun.
That's what they call it. And so Hyderabad part, you could have used that Charminar thing a lot more. They just go to Charminar only to have chaya, that's it. And that guy who their teacher, that was funny. That was funny, यार.
Like अभी तू ऐसा मत कर कि अभी मुंबई आया तो सबसे पहले CST का स्टेशन दिखाएगा. You are doing that अभी. ये गलत है.
I know I'm nitpicking, but it could have been
पसंद नहीं आया
देखा है,
अच्छा मूवी लगा था
आया अच्छा ही था भाई, बस हैदराबाद बहुत अच्छे से दिखाया.
But then it was not believable to have a Mini Cooper in the film.
Yeah, that felt quite odd. Like he's broke, his friend is broke, but he
He
has
is
a
not
Mini
broke,
Cooper.
but then he's like well too decent.
No,
but then,
he wears underwear
नहीं,
with holes in it.
It is explained. अरे हाँ, coming to underwear, so we need to mention like the main character's clothes were repeated, showing that
Yeah, that felt so cool, man. I mean, nobody does that. He repeats the costumes a lot throughout the movie. We see, and also that thing, like when he brings that medicine for Renu, and he enters into the AC compartment. He says like, I don't know how to behave in a that felt quite. I mean. And also the best part was he didn't over sentimentalize the main lead Sachin's character, because he's from he's broke, right? And also there's a easy trope there, like he's broke, we can sympathize with the broke character, but he never does that. Like we are never shown that like he's working for like TFC, that chicken center, but then
we never feel pity about.
We never feel pity. Everything is quite light and we laugh about it. Like he works in TFC, Telangana Fried Chicken.
अरे तेलंगाना नहीं है, Thomas Fried
Chicken. Yeah. So that was cool, man. I mean, nobody does that. Nobody, like, there are, if you are a filmmaker, then there are easy tropes for you.
Achha,
maybe to show like
one more thing that irked me was end में when he's leaving for London. Now none of his family members come to like see him.
Yeah, that was quite odd.
Damn, that's a sad family, man.
But then the thing is, so about the ending, right? So Girish AD's all movies has the same ending. The female lead kisses the male lead on the forehead. So that's the like.
तू क्या बोलना चाहता है? Fetish बोलना चाहता है?
I don't know. I mean, no. I don't know. It's about he's trying to do something here, right? AD. I mean, see, like he's exploring all aspects of life, but everything ends there, like with that thing, and the whole relationship is quite what do you say, like tender or.
But अब तक relationship हुआ नहीं था. After that point, the relationship should start.
But then वही ना. But then everything is quite क्या बोलते हैं, बहुत Gen Z like नहीं था. Even though it's a Gen Z story. But it felt like quite tender and pure.
वही
Every movie of his does that.
So one thing that I couldn't figure out in this film was कि why this film works for us, even though कि I have watched this kind of film so many times. So one thing is this is not adulterated.
Yeah.
And at the same time it's Gen Z. So what happens is what are films that we watch Hindi and everything.
I'll pause you there. See, adulteration by it's
not bad.
It should. I mean, intimate scenes can carry forward the story, but then there are quite a lot of movies where there are
just for the
sake of eye grabs. They just want to like there's a scene here. We want you to watch this. So that's what they do. But
so तो कैसे कि whenever Bollywood tries to make a Gen Z film, so there are scenes, intimate scenes.
It's exploited. Like,
exploitation, खतरनाक वाला. Who wants to watch underage people do? But then, so in this film, they haven't done that. So they have kept it very clean, and at the same time, it's Gen Z. So that's why I think it worked for us. We haven't worked because a lot of films haven't in the recent years. A lot of films haven't transcended properly to this year's films, like the digital era. And this film did. So that's why I think it made me happy.
I mean, even if you are from a like tier 2 or tier 3 city, everyone could connect
to that.
If you understand the movie, or if you like, even though be it through subtitles or be it through dub languages, it hit a spot. I think everyone liked that. Unanimous response. So that we loved it. We loved it to bits, and we are excited to watch it again.
And I'm excited to show it to my family in Telugu on Hotstar.
Legally.
Yeah.